Hello everyone. Today we will discuss on a topic that might simple, but it's very trivial in our society today. The topic, which is about online scammers and their mules, will be explained throughout the video with our four other panelists. Today's modern world has allowed many people to gather and do everything online, be it for business purposes or mainly to socialize. We are all exposed to the danger of internet. At one point, a group of unethical people has decided to create a new form of online oppression, which commonly known today as online scamming. So there will be three issues we will highlight today, which is parcel scam, police scam, and online sales scam. By utilizing the penal code of section 415, section 420, section 414, and section 424, we will see how these issues are further explained by our panelists. Would you like to do the honor and start first, Ulfa?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Kalis, for this opportunity, and I would like to further explain about this issue. Um, this is based on my point of view about this issue, which is online scam. I believe that online scam are nothing new to us, because it has been happening for a long time around the world. For the past few years, newspapers, magazine, website, and news online have been covering these cases such as love scam, online sales scam, parcel scam, police scam, and many more. This issue has been confirmed itself by Datuk Sri Muhammad Zakaria, which is the director of the Bukit Aman Commercial Crime Investigation Department. He even mentioned that the number of victims of this scammer are not unusual people. The scammers are always target the professional group, especially who have a good career and good stability of their income. Based on the research, it showed that the scammers are very particular and expert in human nature. They even know what to do because they have a really good strategies in order to influence the behavior of the victims. Obviously, they have been doing all this illegal activity for a long time. How to say, they maybe have an experience in this camera activity. Things like these are very dangerous. It is really important for us to always concern, learn, and read about this issue, so we are not going to be the next victim of these scammers. At least if we read and concern about these, we can defend ourselves in the future. We even can help people by sharing awareness about online scam. So yeah, I think that's all for my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulfa, for the explanation. I think by now everyone must have understood better about what we are discussing today. We have another panelist here by the name of Daya. Daya, what do you think are the factors that can cause this illegal activity from happening? Would you care to explain?
Criminals have invented hundreds of ways to trick victims on the internet, and our focus type of scam in this discussion would be love parcel scam, FBI police scam, and online sales scam. In love parcel scam, the scammer have a relationship with their target to develop up their trust. By even communicating or having conversation a few times a day, they are going to make something up and ask for money. Instead of the victim finding romance, the scammer make up lies and trick them into sending the money. In FBI police scam, this scam work when the scammer pretend to be FBI or police officer through phone call. The officer make up lies that lead to the victim afraid and be convinced by them that they are in trouble. Frightened by everything the officer said, they immediately do whatever the officer told them to do. In online sales scam, all the victims believe that the scammer were legitimately sellers from trusted online site. Because of this, they were recklessly agreed and paid to the scammer in a big amount of money. Yes, I would like to add some info regarding this. Just like described in previous section, there is three factors that cause online scam to occur, which is the first one is the victim trusts people too easily. Although the victim realize that this person is planning to offer, is starting to feel toward a try, but they still jumping for it because they really want to start believing that there is also a quick, simple option of where at presently. Secondly, their personal information has been exposed. Obviously, some of the scammer knows about the victim personal information beforehand. If not, they are not into the victim in the first place. And lastly, authority and legitimacy. Some of the victims believe that the scammer were trusted people, and because of that, they fall into the scammer trap.
Thank you, Daya, for giving us some insights regarding this matter. I personally believe that the main factor of this syndicate came from ourselves. So be a good citizen and don't simply fall for the scammer's trick. So moving on to our next panelist, we have Rini with us today. So Rini, what do you think are the solution towards this matter? Can you share with us?
So thank you for the question. In my opinion, these three kind of issues still happening in Malaysia is because like for the first one is love scam or parcel scam. It's because of a lot of people are quite busy to look for their life partners, like from blind dates or like from friends or families, to introduce people to them. So they tend to use the social media to look for a partner or like new friends, and this is where the scammers actually took the advantage and tricked those victims. So it is actually the people need to be more careful when it comes to knowing people online. And next, for the FBI police scam, the Pahang Commercial Crime Investigation Department Chief Muhammad Wazir Muhammad Yusof said that the authorities will never actually call the people when they wanted to arrest them or even call them to give them a warning about it. So when people receive the calls, they most of them are actually respect and they scared of the authorities, so they tend to panic when they actually receive the call from them, and this is why they actually fall for the trap more easier. And lastly, for the online scam, uh, some people have limited budget, so they have to look for things that are cheaper, and the scammers use this advantage to actually scam them by putting a very low price on the like some expensive things like those electronic devices. So it's actually better to buy some stuff from the physical shop instead of buying online, because the scam is actually uh, easier to get scammed for those items. So so far there are still no specific cyber laws that actually are used to investigate and charge those people who offended this law. They only use the section 424 of the penal code to investigate all three cases. So in my opinion, the Computer Crime Act 1997 should be actually involved in this issue. So specifically for the law on section 4, which is unauthorized access with intent to commit or facilitate commission of further offences. So the reason I think that the Computer Crime Act should be involved is because the scammers nowadays, they use the smartphone to contact those victims, and the smartphone is actually considered part of the computer. So according to the Commission of Law Revision Malaysia in 2006, a computer is a group of such interconnected devices that are performing logical, arithmetic, storage and display functions, and includes data storage and facilities or communication facilities that are related to or operating in conjunction with such devices or a group of such interconnected or related devices. and it is known as a computer. So with those scamming issues that are happening online by social media or like even calls, this issue should actually be investigated under the Computer Crime Act 1997 Section 4. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rini, for the amazing suggestions. If we really follow what Rini said earlier, maybe we can curb this illegal activity for good. So fellas, we are about to end this discussion, but before that, let's hear from what our final panelist has to say. Ali, would you do the honor and wrap it all?
Thank you, Rini. Yes, I would really like to say something about this. As we discussed earlier from the panel discussion, I would like to address some points here where internet is constantly used as a platform or mechanism to conduct transnational organized crime such as love scam, FBI police scam, and also sales scam, which are very, very dangerous in the society these days. On the other hand, public are less concerned regarding this issue as they were not involved directly and been a victim of scamming trend. We highly appreciate to every internet users to at least took an initiative to look up for information regarding issues like this. But why? Obviously, to create awareness that really helps you to avoid crimes like this before getting out of control. Not only that, but social media users are also advised not to trust every information that you saw online. Instead, should go get confirmation by find where is the source of information is from. Is it from a secure domain? Is the information stated is authorized? And so on. This will help you to detect the real culprits. As we discussed earlier, there are plenty type of scamming hoax. But have you ever heard about Macau scam? Yes, Macau scam is also a popular scamming trick or strategy that done by white collars. For an example, have you ever received a call from someone claiming to be from the court of Malaysia or Polis Diraja Malaysia saying that you're in some sort of legal trouble? And that's when you have to realize that you are in the early stages of Macau scam. Here are the 5 additional information to deal with a Macau scam. The first one will be mute up. If you felt a caller is suspicious and pressuring you to disclose your personal information, end the call right away. This is because you won't be receiving phone calls if you're in a trouble legally. The second one will be ask away. There will be no problem if the caller is an actual official, especially answering questions regarding their identity. So ask questions such as for their name, for their position or their address. The third one will be call them. You have every right to end a call that is suspicious and proceed to call to the authority that the scammer claimed to be and check that if there is any issue under your name. The fourth one will be accuse them. Trust me, calling a scammer out of his lie is sometimes the best way to defend yourself. In fact, in some cases, a syndicate may avoid to call you in future when you have caught them for cheap. The last one will be unfriendly time. Maintaining a friendly tone and a warm attitude is not an effective way to deal with a scammer. Instead, make your points clear, be confident, and proceed to end the call promptly. That would be all from us. Thank you.
Thank you to all panelists for participating into this discussion. I hope by now everyone has realized the danger of online scammers and take the necessary actions to avoid yourself from becoming the victim of this syndicate. That's all from us. Thank you.